Hi everybody, today I'm going to do a different kind of video, unscripted, mainly because this is just a subject matter where I just see this on the 15th, and it just has me like, you know what, I have to do a video about this, and what I'm going to talk about today is Criterion. Usually they do some questionable stuff, yeah, all the time, but seeing this cover just broke a straw with me and just had me, well, I should talk about it. And what I wanted to talk about is the cover for A History of Violence, right? So, Criterion have done some questionable covers in the past, like I mentioned, where people like to say they've never done theatrical covers, use their theatrical posters, but the truth is they used to do that. In fact, if you go back and see their older Blu-rays and well, I don't know about their DVDs, but I'm talking about their Blu-rays because you'll notice that they used the covers. Like, you'll see whenever they reprint a movie, they keep the cover. Like, Terry Gilliam's movies, for example, most of them use the theatrical poster, and when they're upgraded to 4K, they keep it. I don't know what happened in recent time, but it seems like that's something they don't want to do anymore. Where they're allergic to the original theatrical poster. Like, two examples I can think of right now is Miller's Crossing, where Miller's Crossing was just a redraw of the poster, even though the poster was perfectly fine, and they even changed the logo, even though that's the logo in the actual movie. So it's like, why would Criterion's all about, having an accurate logo, so I don't understand why make the logo, deviate from what's actually in the movie, but whatever. And then the Walker cover, where it's the most baffling one, right? Because that is the theatrical poster, but then they remove Ed Harris's face. It's like, why would they do that? Why would they remove Ed Harris's face? What was wrong with his face? It's just gone? It's a blank template to scribble something on there. But yeah, those are recent examples I can name you right now, but yeah, like History of Violence, it just unbelievable. When I looked at that the first time, I thought to myself, is this AI generated? It took having to read a form to figure out. Oh, okay, it's done by a human being. It's not generated by a robot. Like I thought at first it was generated by a robot because I look at the logo, I see the text, the way the clouds are shaded. Like, I was asking myself, is this AI generated? It looks fake. But no, it's a real cover. And it's ridiculous. And it's just baffling, okay? Because the original theatrical poster, I won't be honest, I would have preferred if they just used it because, well, it's a great photograph. Like, you got the guy with holding the gun, and it's out of focus, and then you have the main character right there, Viggo Mortensen there, and his wife in the back. And it's a great cover. Which I didn't realize. Oh, it's funny that Ed Harris was in both of the examples I'm talking about. But anyway, like Viggo Mortensen, he's right there, and it's like he's giving a smirk, and it's like, yeah, it's interesting. I got to check this movie out. So it's like a great hook, and I don't get what was the issue with the cover. It's a great cover. They should have kept it. So they didn't use the cover right. So at the very least, it's like, oh, okay. So if they want to do an original cover right, why don't they just get the original comic artist who did the cover who did the comic in the first place, Vince Locke? He's still around. He's got a website. So it's like, why didn't they get them? Why didn't they get him? Because they done that before. Crumb's cover was one of his sketches he did in his notebook. Ghost World had a cover drawn by Daniel Klaus, who did the original comic, is based on. And Chronos had a cover done by Mac Mignola, who is a comic artist. So it's like, why not? Why not get the original comic artist to, do a new cover? Draw it in a similar vein to the comic. But no, they don't do that. Instead, what's baffling is that the guy who did the cover for History of Violence is, how do I put this? The same guy that did the cover for the Scanners one. And here's the thing, the Scanners cover works because it matches the movie fairly well. Like, it's all jumbly, all messy, and it works. It works for the movie, but History of Violence, it just doesn't work, okay? It's not the same. It's not the same. and it is an atrocious cover. It is one of the worst covers in recent time Criterion's ever done. You know, I give them a lot of shit because honestly, to be perfectly honest with everybody, I think a lot of their in this decade at least, in recent times, sometimes they can be really shit. Honestly, like I really mean that the whole way. Like they can really be dumb, and it can sometimes just be aggravating. Like how do I put this? My issue is just simply like I guess for example, they can put a lot of movies that it's like nobody cares. Who wanted that? Who wanted that on Criterion? Like I don't know the fucking Blob. Who wanted that shit? But that's just an example, right? So a good example recently would just be so Sidney Lumet is this great filmmaker who's contributed a lot to American filmmaking and is a great filmmaker in general. So you think for Criterion for his first 4K, right? So you think, would they make 12 Angry Men his first 4K? Would they, they made a Blu-ray? Why don't they upgrade it? Or why don't they get into the Al Pacino movies he did, Dog Day Afternoon and Serpico, or more of his movies like 12, like Network, and all that. And you know what they do? They do The Wiz. They pick The Wiz to get a 4K upgrade, and it's just baffling. Who wanted The Wiz on Criterion, okay? It's just a stupid choice. Who wanted it? Honestly, no. I would have preferred it just been done by Shaft Factory or something. Any other label will know. It has to be Criterion that does it. It's unbelievable. So, yeah, honestly, they can do some choices that I just found downright stupid. And honestly, it's if they want to just do whatever they want, it's fine, I guess. But I mean, honestly, maybe, I say this gently, but maybe they should consider putting more movies that people actually want on Criterion. Like, I don't know, why don't they put more Coen Brothers? Why don't they put more Robert Altman? Like do more American filmmakers? Why not that? Why not do more movies that actually mean something? Not movies that I don't really know if that many people care about. Like I know there's gonna be niches, people that have an appeal in it, but to an extent, you just gotta draw a line and be like, oh, okay, why don't we dial that back a bit, all right? But really, what I'm just rambling about is just simply, I just think this cover here is just awful and the epitome of when Criterion gets really, 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 really bad. Okay, um, like it's just a whiplash. Like you look at the website and it shows you the other movies that he's got, and it's like, oh, good covers, not that bad actually. Like look at Crash, ooh, wow, so stylistic, and then Dead Ringers. It's an old Criterion, but look, it's the original theatrical poster. Or Naked Lunch, where it's nearly the theatrical poster, but then History of Violence. Oh no, that's awful. Terrible. That is a shitty ass cover, man. Oh my god. It is awful. Someone said this, and I gotta reiterate it. Is that's how unscripted this is. Reiterate this point, and it's just if they want to keep pulling this shit, why don't they just offer another cover that comes with the Criterion? Why don't they do that? Why don't they just offer another cover that's just like, I'm not even talking about reversible cover. No, even better, just flat out, you can have two covers in there, and you can just throw the one you don't want. You can pick either, and you keep the one that you want. Why don't they do that? I know it's more paper, but you know what? You wanna waste paper on a cover like that? How about no? I don't want it. You can take it and shove it. That's what I think. I am a fan of Criterion. I bought a number of Criterions. I'm nearly at 30, but I don't like shit like this. I don't like covers like this, and I think it's stupid, ridiculous, and that Criterion should seriously reconsider what on God's earth are they doing at times, because it's just baffling. Like I said, I look at that cover, it's awful. It is bad. I would much greatly prefer, honestly, just even taking the covers from the bad Blu-rays, the bad DVDs. I'd rather take them over this pile of shit. It is an awful cover, and I'm sorry, man, to the guy who drew it, but you did a bad job. You did a bad job, okay? It's an awful cover. And if Criterion ever had to change the cover, it had to be this. It have to be this movie. Change it, okay? Change it. It's ugly, disgusting, and I don't want to look at it, okay? If I ever bought it, I'm throwing it away. I'm throwing it away. I don't want to look at that. And if I can't throw it away, I'm going to get another cover and put it over it, okay? It's an ugly cover, and I don't want it, okay? So, if you want people to buy your Criterions more, you want people to buy it more, how about you change the way you do covers, okay? It was really fine the way you used to do it back in the day, but things changed down the road, and it's kind of dookie now, okay? Like I said, please change the damn cover. It's awful. Bad, and I don't want it. Now, anyway, you take care now. Okay, bye, everybody.